All right, here's the deal. Uh, First off, let's get to the beginning here. SMR's Rolls-Royce has led the design and development of the investment program and secure equity for the Rolls-Royce SMR. Rolls-Royce is the majority shareholder. Let's see here. Does Rolls-Royce make nuclear reactors? They've been working on, it says Rolls-Royce has been working on a micro reactor program to develop technology that will provide power needed for humans to live and work on the moon. The UKSA will now provide 3.5 million for funding of the project. Rolls-Royce Rolls-Royce designing a nuclear micro reactor. Companies have hopes that have to have a demonstration model for a modular micro reactor ready for delivery to the moon by 2029. Rolls-Royce is going to build a modular micro reactor for the moon, for people to live and work, but we're not going to be mining space. Okay, they're investing a lot of money in me being wrong. The UK Space Agency has decided to continue funding a project by Rolls-Royce to create small nuclear-powered reactors that could serve as a long-term energy source for lunar bases. Interesting. All right, small reactors for near-term development well in advance. These are who makes SMRs. You have NuScale Power. They're responsible for about 77 megawatts. It's NuScale Power plus Floral, built here in the USA and other parts of the world. You have SMR 160 that produces about 160 megawatts. They're in, also in the US, Laval, whatever, in Canada. Then you have Smart, they create about 100 megawatts. They're in South Korea. And then you have BWRX 300, they produce about 300 megawatts, and they're in the USA as well. And there's 13 more, but I don't have them ready to talk about. Okay, are there any SMRs in the United States? The SMR, or the nuclear, or NRC, accepted NuScale small modular reactor design certification applications back in March of 2018 and used its final technical review in August 2020. The NRC Commission later voted to certify the design on July 29th, 2022, making it the first SMR approved by the NRC for use in the United States. That was last year. How much they cost? They cost about, for a 470 megawatt SMR, costs about $2.3 billion. Here's an interesting, what type of nuclear reactor is Bill Gates building? It could be in operation by 2029 using a next generation technology called natrium, which is the Latin word for sodium. Sodium-cooled reactors are 3 times more efficient than traditional water-cooled reactors, which means significantly less nuclear waste. What is the lifespan of an SMR? Power plants based on SMR require less frequent fueling every 3 to 7 years compared to between 1 and 2 years for conventional plants. They're designed to operate up to 30 years without starting of the refueling. So they're good for 30 years, then every about 5 years you got to refuel them. Let's see here. What other information do we have? Okay, it takes about 3 to 5 years to produce an SMR in place, not a mobile one, but an in place one. And the bigger reactors take about 12 years. There's about 80 different concepts for the SMR. They're still fighting over which one's going to be the accepted model. For over a decade, we've heard about the small reactors could be a big part of nuclear power's future because of their size. Small modular reactors, SMRs, could solve some of the major challenges for traditional nuclear power, making power plants quicker, cheaper, and easier and safer to build and operate. And let's see, Can they? Let's see. Nope, that was it. That was all the stuff I have. Oh, hey, John. I'm sorry, I was reading from another screen. Hey, Hong, Chad. Yeah, this was just a quickie. I wanted to get information out there about the SMR project, and Rolls-Royce is building an SMR to deliver to the moon on 2029. For what the other report I did on space mining was NASA plans on mining the moon by 2030 to 2032, somewhere around there. They've already got the power plant being built. This is what we call a ground floor opportunity for investment. Check into Rolls-Royce, check into SMR program, check into everything that you think. Yeah, exactly. Rolls-Royce, they have it. They are the leader in the SMR technology field, along with the other companies I mentioned in the stream. But I just wanted to keep this a little shorty. I'm glad you guys stopped by. I don't want to occupy your time from a real website where they give out information that's not, in my opinion, that's beneficial for your financial future. Even though I am not a financial investor, all of this stuff is for entertainment purposes, blah, 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 blah. Well, Chad, I just read something, and we're talking about other governments are developing it, not just America, and they gave out statistics for what they plan for their monies invested, the United Kingdom's monies invested into Rolls-Royce for the production to be ready by 2029 for a long-term moon base and living quarters for operating mines, refueling stations, the next step of human evolution up there. Now is the greatest time to be alive, because you can invest money in one of these, and in 10, 20 years, you'll be like, oh yeah, I got 100 of those stocks, and it'll be like Berkshire Hathaway. They're worth $200,000 a pop, and they've been split 17 times, and you're a billionaire. This is, I mean, I'm not talking short-term gains. I'm talking long-term wealth creation is in this field. It is the newest field. Astroforge has already launched in April one rocket. They're going to launch another one next month to complete whatever they're building up in space to do the exact thing of mining the moon. So look for Astroforge to be leading the way of doing this, the mining on the moon after the Rolls-Royce small modular reactor gets put up on the moon base that will support refining, mining, and humans long term. That's what the English government's planning. So I'm sure America's on board along with others. And you know they are, because if you watch me. You're on, Chad. Ounce of silver. You're on. I think it'll happen sooner. Because as I've already stated, Astroforge has already launched one rocket of two. The second one's going to be in November, which is next month. And they'll have everything they need technologically to start mining. So the moon base is a separate thing that Rolls-Royce in the United Kingdom is doing, and it'll probably be the same as the International Space Station, where lots of countries get together to make it happen, and the UK has been designated the power source. Another country will probably have the building part of it, and another country will probably have the mechanical equipment part of it, kind of like what they did with the space station, International Space Station. Bunches of countries will throw in different pieces and parts to make it happen. But the separate United States company that is jumping to the forefront is Astroforge. So, okay, yeah, we got it, everyone. Okay, you got Hong and John Bethy. And of course, I've got this recorded because it's on YouTube. So if I'm wrong, I owe you a silver. If you're wrong, you owe me one. Yeah, I can't, I could delete it, but you guys, I don't do that stuff. It might get deleted for me if someone doesn't like me providing this information to you. But this is why I say buy platinum, because Astroforge, again, the same company that's already launched one rocket and launched the second one, their main mission objective is only to get platinum. That means platinum will be running out of this on this planet first, before silver, before gold, before titanium, before lithium, before rare earth minerals and elements, before anything else. That company threw millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars at the belief that platinum will be the first thing we run out of, and they've already taken the first steps to negate that problem, and they're going to be wealthy. And whoever owns their stock, in my opinion, and it is an opinion of an uneducated gentleman here, gentleman, guy. It's not financial advice, but seriously look into it and think Warren Buffett investment, not crypto investment, not 2 days, 3 days. Look longer term. You got a couple $100, like Andy Sheckman with his, bi-weekly purchase of silver. Every bi-weekly, throw 20, 50, 100, however much you can afford at these companies. And by the time your kids are, well, I don't know what age your kids are, but in 10 to 20 years, you'll be a lot better off. I'm working with the gentleman, Hong, who has the kitties. He's across the street, 3 houses down. They actually are hanging out there. He feeds them dry food. I spoke with him yesterday, and I told him, whenever you want to catch them, I've got a spot. I've got a little cage here for him. But right now, I think what I need to concentrate on is on the 19th, that little black kitty that I did a couple videos on that I stopped to capture. She's getting ready to get pregnant, and the first option I have is on the 19th to get her on the spay neuter release program. So I'm going to capture her first on next week on the 19th and get her spayed and release, and I've got to keep her inside for a while. Then I'll get the kitties and put them in the pen, and trust me, the YouTube kitty channel will have videos of them because that'll make my views go up. But anyhow, I wanted to keep this one short, and just so you can see one kitty. I always have one at my back. Ginger the engine. There's always one kitty around me. If not, there's one up here or down there. And like I said, next week or after the 19th, I'll have a black female kitty. So I'll have 6 kitties inside, and then I'll catch. And the gentleman across the street, I've only seen 3 of the kitties. He says there's like 5. So who knows how many kitties I'll have. And I'll hold them till they're 2 months old, get them on the spay neuter release program. And a lady down the road is going to come pick them up on adoption days where they go to PetSmart and all these other places and take the pets to be adopted. If they get adopted out, fine. If not, she'll bring them back here. So I'll have between 3 and 5 kittens for a little while. And I'm going to take total advantage of it and put it on my channel so I get more views. Anyhow, thank you for being here, guys. This is just a quick update for space mining. Rolls-Royce is in the business of space mining. Who would have known? You guys have a nice day, and I shall talk to you on the next one. Sorry, I got to move my screen so I see where the off button is. You guys take care. Remember, this is Neil's on Dynasty. Please be kind, helpful, and grateful, because it's always better being a jerk. And buy some silver and some platinum. I'll talk to you guys later. Good night.